Aloha, everyone, and welcome to a Pick Me Up Wednesday. Now, some of you might be thinking, wasn't last Wednesday a Slow Blues Wednesday? And yes, it was, and thank you very much for playing along. In fact, this was actually supposed to be a Pick Me Up Saturday. Then I got sick, which led me to a Pick Me Up Sunday, but I still kind of felt like shit, and plus I had to watch the Lions beat up on the Commanders. And Mondays, well, Mondays are look for a living wage Monday, so here we are, Wednesday, and it's time to like, share, subscribe, and comment because it is Ram Jam with the Lead Belly Classic, Black Betty.
She really gets me high. Bam-a-lam, you know that's no lie. Bam-a-lam, she's so rock steady. Bam-a-lam, and she's always ready. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam. Get it. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam, she's from Birmingham. Bam-a-lam, way down in Alabama. Bam-a-lam, well, she's shaking that thing. Bam-a-lam, boy, she makes me sing. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam, whoa, Black Betty. Bam-a-lam.
So there we go, Ram Jam with the Lead Belly Classic, Black Betty. Now, this is just to me, it's just always been a fun song, which is perfect for Pick Me Up Wednesday. And one of the things I've always really dug about it is really all the tempo changes. Now, they could have stayed in a 4/4 and the song would have been fine, nothing wrong with it. But by mixing it up, by changing the tempo several times, it's a far more interesting song. And plus, we get to see that by doing so that these guys could really, really play. And it kind of makes you wonder that they can write these really cool songs and play it in such a way that somehow they only lasted like 2 years. I think 76 to 77 or 77 to 78, something like that. And again, with all these tempo changes and stuff, Ram Jam's version of Black Betty, this could have easily been a Rush or an Iron Maiden song. Seriously, it could have. Anyway, as I said before, Black Betty is a Lead Belly tune. Or maybe it's not. Now, the song's history is a little bit unclear. Now, most often, Lead Belly is given credit as the author, and he most likely is. But he was not the first person to record the song. Not that that really means anything one way or another. Oftentimes, the person who writes a song is not the first person to record it. For example, Soul Shines by Warren Haynes. That's actually in episode 22 here on the channel if you want to go ahead and take a listen. He wrote that song, I think, first in 92 or 93, but it was first recorded by Larry McCray in 1993. Warren Haynes recorded the song a year later in 94 when he was a member with the Allman Brothers. Now, it could also be true that Leadbelly adapted the song from yet another earlier folk song. And we just don't really know for sure. Now that I've really just failed to establish the song's origin, good job by me, can we do any better answering the question, who or what the hell is Black Betty? Well, one thing is pretty clear. It does seem that Leadbelly was never talking about a woman. And throughout the years, the term Black Betty has been used to describe a bottle of whiskey, a whip, a penitentiary, prison wagon, a prison transfer wagon, if I can say that clearly, and more recently, a fast car or a motorcycle. The term goes back a long, long ways. Ben Franklin used it in 1736 in the Drinker's Dictionary that was published in the Pennsylvania Gazette. The dictionary offered 228 phrases for being drunk. Had no idea there were 228 ways to tell somebody how wasted they were. In the Drinker's Dictionary, Ben Franklin uses the phrase, "he's kissed Black Betty," again, to describe someone who's just had too much to drink, I guess. Now, John A. and Alan Lomax, in their 1934 book, American Ballads and Folk Music, they describe the origins of the term Black Betty as this. They say, Black Betty is not another Frankie, nor yet a two-timing woman that a man can moan his blues about. She is the whip that was and is still used in some Southern prisons. Again, this is in 1934. Stephen Cornelius, in his book, Music of the Civil War Era, he agrees, saying that prisoners sang of Black Betty being the driver's whip. Now, conversely, in an interview with Alan Lomax with Doc Big Head Reese, who I believe was the first person to actually record the song Black Betty, and he also served time in on a Texas penal farm, Reese said that Black Betty was the term the prisoners used for the Black Maria, which was the prison's transfer wagon. Now, if we look at Leadbelly's original lyrics, they could suggest either the whip or the wagon. Part of the lyrics goes, "Look at young Black Betty, bam-a-lam, jump steady, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, run a yonder, Black Betty, bam-a-lam, turn around, Black Betty, bam-a-lam." Now, if we're looking at the first parts of the lyrics, look around, jump steady, run a yonder, turn around, that could be the vehicle or the process of, say, a prison guard getting ready to whip an inmate. And then kind of the sound effect at the end, bam-a-lam, bam-a-lam. Is this the sound of an old wagon riding along, old rutted roads? Or is it the sound of a whip meeting flesh and bone? Opinions on this subject do vary, and I think it probably just depends really on who is telling the story at any given time. Now, we have yet to feature Leadbelly's version of Black Betty on the channel. We do have him performing Midnight Special and In the Pines in episode 17. Welcome you to go ahead and give that a listen. And I'll put a link to Leadbelly's version of Black Betty below so you can kind of hear it for yourself and form an opinion what you may think Leadbelly was specifically talking about. Now, as far as Ram Jam goes, what are they singing about? Well, it does seem clear that they are singing about a woman, but I don't think there's actually really any meaning beyond that. Honestly, I think they're just having fun with a really cool old Leadbelly tune. The same thing thousands of other musicians have done. It's the reason why Leadbelly has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as an early influencer, because his music just relates to so many people. He was just that good. That's really what it comes down to. But what I can tell you about Ram Jam is that the band was formed in 1977 in New York, of all places. I know if you look at the video, you may think they're actually members of the Georgia Satellites or something, but no, apparently they're New York based. Bill Bartlett, he was the guitarist and the singer we just saw. He rearranged and wrote the song initially as a member of an earlier band called Starstruck. That version of the song was just kind of a, I guess, a regional hit, probably in the Northeast, guessing. He later re-recorded the song again with Ram Jam, and that's the one we've just saw, and that's the one that became the hit nationally. And that reimagined song, it didn't, I guess, come out without some controversy. And even though the song was credited to Huddy Ledbetter, that, by the way, is Leadbelly's real name, the NCAA and the Congress of Racial Equality did call for a boycott due to the lyrics. And I guess much like the young lady here from the great state of Michigan who tried to get married with children taken off the air, the attempted boycott and the publicity that it generated just helped to promote the song, which ended up reaching number 18 on the U.S. single charts in 77 and top 10 in the UK. So there you have it, my folks. That's pretty much all I got for you this week. So please like, share, comment, subscribe, and check out some of that other Warren Haynes and Leadbelly things we have in the previous episodes. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again real soon.